and I've just been thinking that I'm getting pretty good results as far as at least clicks. I hadn't had anybody join yet, but I was thinking that if I could do the same thing with OfferPad, it would be nice.
Totally, totally, totally. Right.
Have
Um,
you looked in? Here's a question for you. Have we looked inside of OfferLab to see if there's a Facebook training course in there that maybe you could go through and actually resell?
Well, at the cost of having egg on my face, I'd have to say no. I haven't. Probably
Okay.
there is. Once you mentioned it, I bet there is one.
Yeah, I bet there's something decent in there. We'll look around too. I just thought that just popped in my head too, Tommy. So
Yeah.
we'll take a look in there and check out today. See if there's something because that may be that'd be a great, especially if it's decent. Not priced appropriately. Um, yeah,
I got
something you
some
could pull
great
out.
training with Facebook ads, but there were bits that were missing or didn't make sense to me. Then I found this amazing course.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
You go.
it, right? That's how easy it is. This is how
Yeah.
crap life
Yeah.
was. This is what I found. This is how much better things are
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. I had actually thought of that very same thing if I could just conquer
Right.
it.
So we are officially live now because the YouTube's streaming. So this is the marketing call. So it will talk about any of the money trees, income streams we have. Me and Eric, we kind of have an idea of what we want to talk about, but obviously we will answer questions. So who's got a question? Oh, first of all, before we start, then Laura asked about Jiffy page. Prepare. Hang on. Set your faces to stun. Right. So me and Eric were kind of we spoke last week and we already failed because we said we're trying to focus, didn't we, on like Monday was going to be off lab, Tuesday was going to be these calls and maybe leftovers. Wednesday is probably going to be Jiffy. Thursday is going to be Talk Fusion because we're involved with Laurie and West, PLS on a Friday, whatever. But then we've been so busy putting stuff together for Laurie and West, we didn't do the offer lab session yesterday. So, but just to let you know, you can talk about any of the money trees we're in on this call, ask your questions. In terms of the Jiffy stuff, whenever day we do that, I want to show you a page that I think you'll love. So let's get this out of the way as we go through. Is that the right page? Yeah. I'm going to copy this, the link, and I will drop it in the chat in here. So if you are doing his Dave Thomas's Facebook training, I believe you get this. I have tried to open Facebook ad accounts, just can't. I've tried new accounts and they always find me or whatever, so I've given up. But so he when me and Eric, well, if you notice a lot, what we do is we attract people to us. We say we'd put a post out, and if you want more info, contact us. So we're not cold messaging, we're not being slimy salespeople or anything like that. So people always come to us, and that's what Michael Martin and Dave Thomas do. And yeah, he's recruited like 2,500 people, is it? And Michael Martin's recruited over 4,000 people. So what they do is they ask people to contact them for information, and then it's what information do you send? And me and Eric, we work too hard sometimes, and we're like, try hard to put all this information together. And I'm like, oh, I did IM Academy. I know exactly what to do. And I put stuff together. I have to say, this page is fantastic. And this is what David Thomas does. And this is what I will be sending to anybody for Jiffy. So it's called theinfoyouwant.com.
Oh,
So
yeah.
people on his ads go, hey, yeah, I want info. It's called theinfoyouwant.com. And you can go through it yourself if you're in Jifu. It hasn't got a sign up link on it, but I will probably try and replicate this with a link on. So you'll be able to just use like a shareable page. I'll see how I get on. Depends how much work it is to transfer it over. But you can send this to people and it's got the most common questions answered. Will I get support? And he shows you the support, show and tell business, right? Shows you the education platform. So it shows you inside Jifu, talks about the most popular scanner and sort of why it is, teaches you a strategy, okay, which is dead easy because it's matching the colors. He's telling you about the app that drops ideas on your phone, 10 minutes a day, talks you through that, the quantum scanner as well. the trader's mindset. Talks a bit about that for what, 7 minutes. It's not overwhelming. All the proof you get with Masters Club. All of these people have won at least 7 out of 10 trades in the last week to be able to get on here. So he talks you through that. There's a couple of interviews. Now, maybe not everybody's going to watch all of it, but is there a lot of good information there?
Yes, I
I
have that
think
on my mini chat. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I think that has a lot of information too, and then it just kind of makes me think of doing one of the sections, making like a blog post too, and posting that like across YouTube or Facebook, and circling it back too.
Yeah, absolutely. I am now going to point people to this because the flow is great. He's recruited 2,500 people. I've done over 500. I've not done 2,500. Why would I want to try and reinvent the wheel? So that's what we'll be using. I'll put the link in the chat, but it's theinfoyouwant.com. Everybody happy with Jifu? Does that answer your question, Laura?
Um.
And the group was pattern watchers.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't think that I would have to make my own group. I mean, I get where that guy is coming from, but what he's offering. But since we already have one, I don't think I would have to make my own group.
I wouldn't make your own group. You can use this one, but what I will tell you is I add you into the group. You're my referral, and you're interested and you're watching, and then you see Jeff post a lot, and you go, "Oh, I quite like the sound of Jeff," and you go and message Jeff, and you ask Jeff a question, and you end up signing up under Jeff. So when you put your prospects in and they see me, what could happen?
They can sign up under you.
Yeah,
Good for me,
that's
sucks for
right.
you. So
Right. So then,
you're better, and it's no disrespect to, it's not that they don't like you. It's just whoever the loudest. Sometimes they get the sale. So you might want to think about not using it because I don't use it.
oh,
Well, he says, if I can interject here, he says that there's a system in place that prevents that from happening.
Yeah, but if I message you and then I message Eric and then I message Laura, we've had this in the past, and it's been like one guy with, somebody signed up. I think it might have been me. Somebody signed up with me, and then I got like four messages. You stole my sign up. And you're like, I can't have stolen it from four of you. And what this guy had messaged 10 people, and he was talking to 10 people, just trying
Oh,
to decide who we wanted to join. How do you control that?
well, yeah, good
right.
point.
So that was my question too. Like, because that's what I thought about. Well, what if somebody does that? So then just delete that part then out of the training with that man.
I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I'm personally not using pattern watchers.
No, yeah, no. But what I'm saying is in the training, I can't remember his name, but when I watched today, what you recommended, he mentions to make your own group and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
then that's probably something we don't have to do. And then don't
yeah.
even use the pattern watchers. That's something, I mean, I know it's like the guy did really well doing that, whatever, but we can delete that out.
It's called a gateway group, and me and Eric have done very well with gateway groups. But you run, if it's all one big team, it didn't matter to me with IM Academy if people join somebody in my downline. But if you need to get your four no more, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So until you've at least got your four no more, I won't even think about it, and then I won't think about it until you're making probably a couple of K a month. I won't think about doing your own group because at that point you start worrying about whether it's your sign up or whether it goes to somebody downline. If it's your
Okay.
group, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for years, I'd marketed. I was just a member of different marketing groups, and then as time, I built my influence. We built our following. We started to build our own groups at that point, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily need to be managing or running your own group because if you've got two people in there, it's now you can, and Tommy, this goes to this. There are people with ads that run Facebook ads. I know a guy personally, and all he does is run the ad to get people to join his group. And inside that group, he gives free, valuable information away and uses it as a prospecting tool. So I mean that could be a strategy. And Paul, I've done that successfully for years without ads. We've opened up various different groups and invited people into the groups, provided value, and then sold them whatever we were doing. So, but yeah, Loris, right now, yeah, I would just use the groups that are valuable that you trust until it's time for you to set up your own groups down the line. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, as far as he was talking about like giving away things, I mean, with Jufu, we don't really have things to give away. I mean, I know sometimes they have the specials, like they can save on the second month or the first month. So that would be just kind of out the door, I guess, because we don't know when that's going to happen. And then as far as just giving away stuff, just like that document, I mean, that's something like there's
Yeah,
a
well, you've got the straightforward forex trading as a side hustle guide you can give away.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
and you can make your own with AI now. It's not such a daunting task. You know, what would make a good giveaway for a forex trading business? It's Jifu if you
Mhm.
know it. AI will come back. Oh, I know Jifu. Yeah, these would be great ideas for lead magnets.
Yeah.
And then
Cool.
you pick one and you go, okay, how would I write it? And in ChatGPT, because can you tell I've done this how many times? ChatGPT will say, would you like me to go ahead and frame out an outline for you? And I say, yes, please. And it goes, and I go, no, don't put that in, but put that in. And I think you could do that. Oh, okay, great. Now, would you like me to start fleshing it out? Yes, please. And away it goes. And then
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
maybe I'll
Cool.
say to it as well, do you need to ask me any questions for you to do your best work? That's a little proper AI tip, right? And then it says, do you want this? Do you want this? And I say, ask me one at a time. Because it will give you like 12 questions in one go. I say, ask me one at a time, and then it does, right? And
Yeah.
that's
Cool.
what I love. So
And I'm starting to love
welcome
it.
welcome the new people with nice new background there. Anne's moved home recently. We all love moving house. I feel your pain.
no, we don't, do we?
It still doesn't look quite sorted, if I'm honest. Don't tell me that is sorted. But when someone's just moved in, we're just moving all our rooms about. So I'm painting and decorating and stuff. Right. So does that put that one to bed? Because we've got other people with other questions.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
No problem. Deborah, I think you had some stuff I told you to remind me because I've already forgotten. Deborah's joined Talk Fusion, by the way, Eric.
Oh, awesome.
Welcome. And we're going to put her in touch with West.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me put this in the chat and see if it goes to my webs.
Are these sessions, while Deborah's doing that, are these sessions more useful with you asking your questions and us answering it? Or do you want us to like focus on training? You can put it
I
in
like,
chat,
I like,
whatever.
sorry.
You like what, Laura?
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So
Can you click on Offer Lab,
I'm
the
going to do that.
messages,
I'm
and
going to share my screen.
see if it does
So
anything?
in the chat, so you drop your link. Here's your link. So this is your funnel. Oh, hang on, it's taking me to my copy link. Trying in private window. So did you mean to send me the login page?
No. Can I share my screen?
Yes. Hang on. For that to happen though. Stop share.
And the trouble is, it takes you, once you've bought something, it takes you to ClickFunnels. Is that where you're?
No, it depends what it is you've brought, I think.
Oh, okay.
So you should be able to share your screen now, Deborah.
Let me find what I want. Sorry, I've got to put share in.
Yeah. It's in the manual if you want us to see it.
That must be that one.
There's a Domino's delivery moped just gone by. It's made me hungry.
Oh, can you see that?
Yep, create funnel, funnelology, $7.
And then I've got the digital product resale library, but that didn't come
Your
on.
order bump. Yeah, so that's your order bump.
But it's not. It doesn't come up in the funnel.
Okay, so if you click publish at the top right, and then copy that link. I don't know if view funnel is the same. I don't know whether that's a preview. I've only just thought of that. But if you click, yeah, so you can copy. It says copy at the side. Look, maybe I have pictures are over it, but it says
Yeah.
copy. Right, and then if you go to a tab on your browser and open it for us, we'll have a look. It's like being a doctor, this, isn't it? It's like being a GP. Oops. Interesting. It's not working, is it?
No.
Click publish again.
Just try and I'm gonna have to make you a lot shorter somehow.
Yeah, you can just click and drag the photos. I did one earlier today and it worked fine, just like showing it to somebody. So honestly, I don't know. And rather than take up a lot of time on this call, can you message support and then I'll have a look after this? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Try and delete. Just try setting it up again. If you can do it sort of while we're talking, try setting it up again. Try recreating it. But like I said earlier, right on the NLP call, we touched on this. Do you guys honestly think somebody's going to go from $7 to suddenly go and buy a $597 product?
No.
So if you click the little pen at the side there to edit it and maybe remove it. And now click publish again and let's see what happens.
Okay.
I just wonder if that shouldn't do, but I wondered if that was affecting it. Okay, there you go. So that's the $7 offer. So
Yeah.
that works. Okay. So yeah, so it was the order bump was messing it up for some reason.
No, okay. But when I've got so many tabs with Offer Lab, which one's the actual? Is there two different sites?
Yeah, there's the certification site and then there's the normal offer lab site. Why he's done it over two separate sites, I do not know why, but there he has. He has.
Yeah, because even though I set up my payment, it's not coming up. So is it on home? And then
What are you looking for though? Sorry.
The payments that I've made,
That's
that I've
right.
received.
Payments you received. So if you go sales this week 0, if you go to menu at the bottom left, and then you go settings, and then you go payments. So they're both approved. Payout account, manage which bank account you want to use payments to, that's fine. So if you click home again, and then somewhere I think it says open Stripe, but I'm not sure where that is. So, right, just message support, okay?
Yeah.
And then we can have another look tomorrow if they don't get back to you in time. How's that?
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll just end up looking.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
No, not a problem. Right, but honestly, just as a point, guys, I mentioned on the NLP call, if you're looking for a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari, a Bentley, we all know they're expensive, right? When you got a $497 course and nobody knows who you are, $597 what it is. If it's not known, people are unlikely to go from $7 to suddenly go and spend 597. If you're hooking them in on a $7 offer, they're unlikely to go and buy it. So,
Where do I find help? Sorry.
yeah, ask a question. There you go. If you click ask a question, the support chat opens up on the side, and there you go.
Okay, thank you.
You might need to do it again. It disappears if you sort of click away from it too quick. But so yeah, if you do that, you'll be good. Right, now we need to stop your screen share somehow.
Okay. So I need to go on that, do I?
Stop video. Oh no, that was wrong. Yeah, there should be I think it's red. Stop share. Stop participant sharing. There you go. I can do it.
Oh, he done it. I've done.
Even though I'm all the way over here. Right. Any other questions? Right, Eric, do you want to do your bit now? Because I've been talking a lot, and then we'll do.
Sure, I'll get through it really quick. Let me know if you can see the screen real quick.
Yep. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so this is going to consist of just a few tools. I actually picked this up just watching some YouTube videos about a week ago, and have been playing with this. And I've absolutely fallen in love, to be honest with you. I don't even think Paul is doing this with Notebook
I've used
LM.
I've used it twice today alone.
With not just Notebook LM, but this.
Oh, okay.
What I'm about to show you. Yeah. So, all right. So, the first thing you're going to need, guys, with this is you're going to need this Chromebook extension. So, you get that just at the Chrome Web Store. So you go to the Chrome Web Store.google.com. That's where all the extensions are. And you're going to look for YouTube to Notebook LM. That is the extension that you want. Okay. So you're going to download that. And then essentially what I'm able to do now is as I'm going through YouTube, okay, I can look for whatever channels that I want that has pertinent information on what I'm looking for. Okay, so I mean the top channels, the best of the best channels. So let's take this particular channel. I just want to kind of give you guys an overview. So Digistore 24. I'll come in here occasionally, but it's actually another affiliate platform where you can go and pick products and resell products, affiliate products. But they do a ton of interviews with top affiliate marketers. Okay, so there's tons of great content on this YouTube channel. Well, I don't really have time to sit and scroll through and watch 200 300 videos. So what I do is let me move this over, is now that I have this tool set in, can you see that, guys, right here right below this where my cursor is? It says Notebook LM. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
See that, Paul? Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I see it,
now
yeah.
now I can go to any particular YouTube channel that I want. It can be about anything that I want, right? It could be about affiliate marketing, network marketing. It could be my favorite influencer. It could be about whatever value-based channel that I want, right? And I click Notebook LM there, and I can create a notebook, or I can choose a notebook. So we'll go through Notebook LM in a second. Now, typically on these channels, what I'm doing is I'm just creating new network. So when I click that, what it does is I'm going to come over here, and I've already done this, but what it did was, now I have the paid version on Google. If you have the free, that's fine. It'll pull in about a third of the amount of videos that the paid will. But this pulled in for me into Notebook LM. This pulled in over 256 of those videos right into Notebook LM. Okay. Pulled all that data right into Notebook LM. Now, here's what's cool about that. What I do next after I pull all that in is I go, okay, so let's say there's a channel with 400 video or 200 videos on it. Let's say it's about copywriting. Well, I don't have time to watch all those videos, but there's certain parts of that content that's interesting to me that I want to extract. Well, it would take me months or a year to go through, or to watch all those videos to pinpoint the things that I want, right? But with this, once I've extracted and all those videos and put them into Notebook LM, I can come over here and click Mind Map, and it will create a mind map for me. Okay, so I've already done that. I click Mind Map, and I'm going to show you guys the mind map real quick. So here's what it does. It pops up this entire mind map, which is an outline of every bit of content that's inside of all those videos in that channel. So now I can go, okay, well, what am I most interested in on this channel, right? Well, I'm interested in email marketing for affiliates. I'm an email marketer. So let me go and let's see what they've got on email marketing. And I go, okay, well, wow, importance of email marketing, building an email list, email marketing providers, sign up forms and widgets, content strategy. So let's say I go, okay, I'm interested in content strategy. So now it breaks it down even another level. And I go, okay, I'm reading through this and I go, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm interested in keep emails short, sweet, and engaging. What's that all about? Okay. So if I click on that node, it's going to extract information on that particular subject that I'm interested in. Okay. And it's doing its little thing now. And it's going to give me an overview. I don't know what video was. That could have been in video, that 30-second video, they upload it, 6 minutes in, but this is information that I'm interested in. So here it is. This is giving me information on what that is. Okay. So what I did earlier is I took that and I copied the information and I said, okay, well, let me get a little summary of that. So I just went over to ChatGPT. Okay. And I said, hey, please give me a summary of this. Pasted the information. And look at that. It gave me a nice, short, sweet summary. Core principles of short, sweet, and engaging emails. Emails in affiliate marketing should be concise yet compelling, deliver exclusive value-based content, help build credibility and trust. Tells me exactly what to do with this strategy. Avoid being scammy, captivating subject lines, bold and confident tone. So it gives me a sort of a blueprint here. And then I can continue to work with ChatGPT and expand that out. But here's what I did. I said, okay, I just want to create a value-based video short with an avatar. This is great information because what are Paul and I trying to do? We're trying to provide value to the marketplace, to affiliate marketers, network marketers, and the goal is to get them to join our newsletter. That's how we're building our list, right? So how can I quickly and easily extract that information? Well, I asked ChatGPT at that point to write me a video script, which it did. Okay, so I kind of went back and forth. It gave me this, what I wanted, gave me a video script right here. Okay, under 60 seconds. So what I did was I punched that into, now we've talked about Captions AI, but I also have been playing with HeyGen. So I popped it in HeyGen. And let me go to projects. Let me go to Paul. I don't know if you can hear this, Paul. I don't know if I have the sound. Let me see. Tell me if you can hear it.
No, you need to share the sound. You hit the little share sound button when you share the screen.
Yeah, I
It
forgot.
doesn't sound like me anyway.
Hold on.
Eric
It's
did one
you, Paul.
where I was speaking in Spanish.
Try it. All right, so guys, just real quick before I play this, so just real quick so you understand, I was able to take an entire YouTube channel. I was able to extract all of those videos, right, with that simple extension. I was able to upload those into Notebook LM. Now, the difference between, say, Notebook LM and, say, ChatGPT is going to go out and it's going to research, it's going to look at resources, the internet, and all that. Notebook LM is going to bring back what's inside of the resources you give it, right? So if you upload PDFs or any kind of data that you upload to, that's going to bring you back what's in those resources. So now it's when I've loaded all those YouTube channels, it's going to bring me back exactly what I asked for. And the easiest way, obviously, that I have found is through that mind map, which it breaks everything down, and I can sort of dial into the information I'm interested in. So that took me literally just a couple of minutes to do that, find what I wanted, take that information over to ChatGPT, have it write a quick script. And now
and affiliates. Want better email results? Keep them short, sweet, and engaging. This is Paul of the Master Plan Affiliates. Want better email results? Keep them short, sweet, and engaging. Avoid being spammy by mixing valuable content with your promotions instead of adding affiliate links to every email. Focus on captivating subject lines that grab attention, because if your email doesn't get opened, nothing else matters. Use a bold, confident tone to stand out and create a unique voice your audience looks forward to. Stay consistent with your emails, but keep the content varied. Share tips, insights, and promotions to keep things fresh. And finally, segment your audience so each message feels relevant instead of one size fits all. Remember, short and engaging emails build lasting relationships, and that's what leads to stronger conversions. Join our newsletter at www.masterplanaffiliates.com. Link is in the first comment. This is Paul of the Master.
let me tell you why I really love this is because
it's me. It just with me.
well, because yeah, Paul, you're you're so eloquent. I love it because sometimes if I'm working within ChatGPT, you're only limited. You're also sometimes limited to your own knowledge. Meaning, let's say there's subject matter that I want to put together marketing for. Well, I don't have a strong understanding of that subject matter, so me trying to talk back and forth sometimes with ChatGPT, I don't know exactly, the type of questions or how to share the information so I get back the kind of information that I want. But if I find a YouTube video where it's an expert that's talking about some sort of maybe he's talking about a trading thing or, copywriting or something to do with marketing. And I love the way that they've done it. Well, now I can go, okay, well, let me extract the information from that so I have exactly what I need to take over to ChatGPT and these other platforms. So now I can take that information and now I can reproduce that into whatever I want. It can be video scripts. I can, if I want to write an email, anything that I want to do with that AI model, I can easily do that. So now it's a matter of, okay, what's next, right? Let's say Alex Hormozy. Let me download 300 of his videos. Let me break those videos out. Let me see, what I can take from that information and repurpose for my own marketing. So, yeah, I mean, to me, it's unbelievable. I've been using it for a few days, and I continue to just be blown away at some of the things that I've been able to do with it and put together with it. So, questions from you guys, or Paul, or whatever.
I think the game changer for me is I've been doing it with individual videos, but now you can do it with a whole freaking channel.
Right. Right. Yeah, and I think that was a big thing for me too as well, Paul. Is yeah, you can throw a YouTube link in there or upload that, but to be able to download, yeah, an entire channel and then have that mind map break it out for you into those nodes, and then you can sort of extract the information that's most important to you. That's a game changer. That's a game changer.
You think like you want to get to the top of a network marketing company, you go and follow Eric Worre's channel. You're into health and wellness, you follow, one of the gurus in that. So it's a scary world.
The other thing, guys, here with obviously with Notebook LM, I created that mind map, but I can also create an overview, an audio overview. So if I click on that pencil, it allows me as well. I can create sort of a deep dive, which will deep dive into whatever the content is and give me a longer audio, 8 to 15 minutes, or I can do a brief bite size, right? A lot of people don't know you can actually get a bite size here, where it's minute and a half, quick little overview. Well, I guess what I can do with that audio, right? I can use that for marketing, right? You can even critique or have a debate. There's other things in here that you can do with that information. And it also has now the ability to do a video overview. Okay, so I can actually come in here and I can create a video overview right in Notebook LM, download that video, and guess what? I can upload that video directly to YouTube or any of my channels, right? Providing value. So, you know, if I'm looking to create value-based content, I can come over here and create podcasts, create videos, you know, whatever I want. I can generate reports over here, you know, study guide from the content that I'm finding. So to me, this is an untapped resource that, you know, I don't think a lot of people are leveraging. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. If you have any questions, let me know.
Useful?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, Eric. So,
Yep.
bit that I was going to talk about today. So we've had similar conversations with probably 3 or 4 people recently, kind of being stuck, not knowing what to focus on. So basically getting nothing done, right? Which is, you know, I do it sometimes, you know, and sometimes I have to take a step back. So what we did with one person is we actually just kind of jumped on and used ChatGPT to help that. Okay. And then today, I haven't asked permission for this, but I know Julie will be cool with it. So some of you might know Julie Jones. She the same thing. Julie works 16-hour shifts, right? So when we say we're busy, Julie has to drive to a hospital, work 16 hours at a hospital, drive home, and be there like 6 hours later the next day, right? So she is honestly called in on days off. She is busy, right? And she messaged me and I said I'd jump on with her, right? So I jumped on with Julie today, and I think a kind of combo of a few of the things that we've done might help some of you. So who feels stuck? Who's not getting stuff done? Who's not getting stuff out there?
Me.
Deborah, okay,
Me.
Charles, and then the rest of you are too scared to say. So,
No, I'm in the same boat.
well, do you know what? I'll put my hand up as well, because it's like I know I wanted to get my. I've done 2 videos today. I'm back on track. I've done 2 videos today. One for Master Plan channel, one for my own channel, based on what vidIQ told me I should be doing for my channel. So we'll see how that goes. So it was a test, right? And then I'm doing this call today. I spent time with Julie today. You know, I've had a productive day, right? But I'm still not using leveraging AI enough with things like captions and stuff like that. I mean, Eric's sending me freaking stupid videos of me saying stupid things at all hours of the night, aren't you? Yeah, Eric's on his game on the AI stuff at the minute, and I'll see if there's time at the end. Eric did a video of me speaking in Spanish, and my wife Lorraine said that would fool her. It was my intonation, my tone, and everything. I guess that was Hey Jen, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, so we're working with Laurie and West, who are like 7-figure earners. They're in Talk Fusion, and we're helping them with the stuff that me and Eric do, like we'll create a guide and a school group, and you know, stuff that we've done. And they're in 100 and however many countries. So that's going to be a game changer, because now Laurie and West can actually in effect train the way they want to train, how they get duplication in all these different languages. It's just going to be super cool, right? So it's about getting content out, and I think why a lot of people get stuck and they don't get stuff out is they don't know what to focus on, right? Me and Eric, we are multiple streams of income guys, because if we only focused on one thing, well, IM Academy's not there anymore, Empower Network's not there anymore, SolarVay's not there anymore, you know, and the world moves so fast now, right, with AI and everything. I don't think you can rely on one thing anymore, to be honest. So that's what we do. So the question is, in how do you kind of know what to focus on? How do you umbrella it, right? How do you kind of do that? So I'm going to assume Julie's okay with this, because there's no like, you know, personal info in here, but I want to kind of get you guys to realize you have a mentor that's more powerful than me, more powerful than Eric, more powerful than us combined, more powerful than Russell Brunson, because Eric's just showing you how you can take in a whole channel, a whole freaking channel, not just one video, and incorporate it in. So share screen, and Eric can chip in anytime he likes. Just make sure I'm on the right thing. So I'll start with I start with what I did today with Julie, right? So Julie works incredibly long hours and she's a nurse and she says, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, and I've got these tools. And she read off the businesses she's in and she read off the tools she's paying for and she's not getting anything out hardly. Right? So you've got all of these powerful resources, but what's keeping us stuck is kind of direction and stuff. So I said to her, what's your brand? And she's got work with Julie. She's got venture with Julie, something or other. And I said, well, why don't you just pick one and what would be a good one? And we had a bit of a chat and, she came up with the Side Hustle Nurse, but that domain's gone. So it's now your Side Hustle Nurse, right? So, hey, every video is now going to start with, hey, it's Julie, your Side Hustle Nurse, right? She's going to create a HBA, whatever funnel builder you've got. She's going to make a page explaining who she is, her story, why she wants side hustles. Okay. Could you all do that? Could you all kind of pick a brand, even if it's just Paul Turner, even if it's just Tommy, even if it's just Laura Maresh, even if it's just Anne Armitage, Deborah Moore? It doesn't have to be anything fancy, right? But could you all do that? Could you all create a page on a free website builder, even Wix.com is free, right? Or free work. Could you all write down who you are, why you look to make money online? So there's step one for you. Hey, I'm Paul, and I like making money online for these reasons. Then I said on the page, why don't you just write a page about each of the side hustles that you're in? Because Walmart don't just sell bananas, do they? They want to appeal to as many people as they can, so they sell more than one thing, right? So you could write a page for each of the side hustles that you're in, surely, but explain a bit about why you're in them. So me and Judy were saying HBA, best for support. I don't know anybody else that gives better support than HBA. Right, and the funnel builder's 25 as opposed to ClickFunnels at 99 or whatever it is now. Okay, I think it's like 160, isn't it, for like the package they recommend. Why Jifu? You don't need to sell. You can just trade. And if you put people in front of John Oliver and Sniper Pro, fantastic. Talk Fusion is a tool to get your message out. Whatever you're in, you can, if you're in if health and wellness, I like this because so many people struggle with this product, whatever, right? Then we talked about, okay, so let's assume you're going to make these videos. What's your hook? Why would people want to follow you? Because you need to build that know, like, and trust. So just like we were talking about Ferraris earlier, Rolls Royces, we know they're expensive. I don't mind paying that money for a Ferrari. I know what I'm getting, and it's as much about people turning heads, isn't it, when you drive a Ferrari or one of those sort of cars, right? So you kind of need to build a relationship, and that can be one to many. And how do you do that? Well, you use social media. So you need to put regular content out. So if you've got, hey, I'm Paul, and I build side hustles online, well, that kind of tells people I don't just focus on one thing. I have multiple side hustles. In fact, I've got a call on Thursday with somebody. Paul, what are you doing now? I hate my job. I work night shifts and I work 12-hour night shifts and I hate my job and I start early and I finish late. What are you doing? And we're having a call on Thursday because I said to her, I've got a few things that probably won't all suit you. They all play a part in mine and Eric's master plan. They all kind of fit together for us. We've got that recurring bit. We've got that high ticket bit. We've got that bit. That means you don't have to sell with the trading. They all fulfill a purpose, right? But the overall thing is the master plan, right? That's what is our umbrella. So then I said, right, you're going to create a YouTube channel and you're going to call it the Side Hustle Nurse. You're going to get TikTok and you call it Side Hustle Nurse. Well, these will all now be your Side Hustle Nurse, right? To fit with the domain. So it's all branded, right? I hope she does that, right? Your. So could you all do that? Could you open channels that's all branded under the same thing? and we said blogger.com. Could you all do that? Is there anything we're missing? Or anything you can't do that I've said so far?
You're missing an R out of the last one.
Okay. But okay, so if you can spell, and Deborah can spell better than me. Is this making sense so far? Could you all do this?
Yeah.
If you haven't got it already today, right? So you also want to put on all of these pages your social media posts, your social media links, so people can follow you, right? Now, something I said to Julie, right? So if you watch my stuff, I'll often tell stories because facts tell, but stories sell. Facts tell, but stories sell. And I said to Julie, you know, as a nurse, you could say, you know, this guy came in the other day with, you know, and I know she can't like personal confidentiality, she can't break that, but she can say once I was in the ER and this guy came in with, you know, a camera tripod stuck up his backside, you know, and we didn't want to know how it got up there, you know, and he wasn't going to tell us, right? But the curiosity got the better of us, and curiosity is the marketer's best friend, yeah. Or you know, when somebody comes in, and they you know, they're bleeding, the first thing we do is fix the bleeding. And in your business, what's the first thing you need to do to fix your business? Well, for a lot of you, you're stuck. This is the thing that you probably need to set your foundations up. If that makes sense. Laura's asking, should we put our links on our emails? I would say yes. Unless you got like 100 links. But yeah, I would try and have like focal point, you know, maybe follow me on social media, TikTok, Twitter, whatever.
Paul, can I just say, like, when you just said that social media asset, the YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, I got all those except a blog. Put all that at the end of your email, like your signature.
Well, either do that, or why not just have one page and say, follow me on social media, and put all your social media links on that one page, rather than have like a million things on your email at the bottom.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
not always good at this stuff myself, Laura, but you know, it's like, so me and Eric will often say, go to the masterplanaffiliates.com, and the people sign up to our newsletter. And on our blog, we've got what we do on the side. So rather than have like a list of everything, Instagram and X and Threads and all that, you could just put follow me on social media here. Then you have one page on your blog or your website that lists everything. Just a bit neater, that's all.
Like a link in bio type page.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was looking for, Anne. Thank you. So then I said, right, who's your audience? So I can't stop people that aren't in my audience seeing my videos and my posts. But if I'm talking their language, my audience will respond more than the other people. So, you know, I said, who is your target audience? And she goes, oh, well, women, nurses, you know, and all that. So when she puts her content out there, she should imagine like one of her perfect customers in front of her and talk, right? And you can all do that, can't you? The bit I want to get to, right? She works stupid hours, Julie, but she can do 2 long form videos a week. I want to show you this channel as well. Let me see if it's open. Can't you? Right, let me show you. There's 2 types of posts you can do on social media. Drain cleaning Australia, right. Right, I'm waiting for my video.
Whatever lengths you go to.
Ding, ding, ding. Come on, right, okay. So this is a plumber in Australia, and he goes around cleaning drains, and you'll see him in the shadow. He's only holding his phone. 90% of the time, he's just holding his phone. He's got 311,000 subscribers. His views are totaling over 57 million, and he's estimated to make between $4,500 and $13,000 every single month. And that's one of his channels. He's got another one as well now. and I find myself sat watching him clear poo out of a pipe, and amazing. Gonna say something, Eric?
Well, I just want to, I'll kind of spin off that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, I'm certainly guilty of it, but, um, and I think it was my background in sales. Um, it's sort of, we wake up, what are my programs? What are my products? How do I find people to buy my stuff? How do I connect with them? How do I sell? How do I sell? How do I get sales? How do I get commissions? And it that really needs to be a much smaller percentage of your thinking versus waking up and saying, can I provide value to my marketplace, to my audience? How can I provide value? And the best kind of analogy I can think of is like here in the States, we have, I'm sure overseas, but we have all these food trucks, right? So there may be 30, 40 food trucks that pull up, and they've got all sorts of different types of foods, right? So, people come, they sort of walk around, figure out where they want to go eat and that sort of thing. Well, each food truck, they've got banners out there. They're trying to figure out a way to pull that customer, that foot traffic to their, come to our truck. We got the great truck. We got maybe they're doing a giveaway or they got something going on. So you have all of them competing with each other, right? To get the attention and get the sale, right? Come get our food. So the guy in the corner says, wait a minute, I'm competing with all these these other 35 trucks. How can I be a little bit different and stand out? Well, you know what? There's so many trucks here that they're selling all sorts of different types of foods. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a flyer or that lists all the different food trucks here that are here and list out their top dishes. But I'm going to be in the very front of that. They're going to see my name of my truck. They're going to see me at the very front, and I'm going to go out in the crowd of all these people walking around, and I'm going to hand them this and say, "Hey, I know you're just getting here today. This is a great list of all the different trucks and their top dishes and all this. Maybe you want to look through that because people are sort of just stumbling around, figuring and think, oh man, there's one in the back we forgot to hit that has whatever, and we didn't get to that. So what did that guy do, right? How did he separate himself? He went out to all that traffic, just like if it's a home-based business, a million different business opportunities. Everybody's raising their hands. Oh, we got the best comp plan. We got this, right? You're just competing in the same way with all these other people. How do you distinguish yourselves from all of them? And that is creating value, right? And that's why, like, if you see Paul put together a guide, you see him, we're trying to put together things. Hey, we'll show you how we're doing this, that, and the other. We're not saying come join our business. We're saying, hey, yes, eventually we're saying join our business, but we're saying, hey, this is a valuable tool that you might use to help you save a little bit of time, or, this is maybe how you can use AI to do X, Y, Z. So I think for a lot of people, you're not thinking, if you can wake up thinking, how can I produce value today for my market, for my avatar, for people out there that are trying to do the same things that I'm doing. And it's so easy to do that now with AI, right? To go out and find specific information that your market wants, right? And to put it out there to your marketplace. Now, do you think that content's going to get seen more than, say, your 8th video on, hey, we've got this great tool with our business opportunity that's amazing and everybody wants it? You've got a much smaller audience that's going to be attracted to that content versus, hey, we've just discovered this new AI tool that costs less than $10 that can help you, generate 10 times more leads for about 15 minutes a day. And here's a video and a PDF I put together that walks you through exactly how to use it. And oh, by the way, you can have it all for free. Thanks. Hope it helps you. Have a good day. So that's what I wanted to bring up, Paul, because I think a lot of people, they get stuck, but they're thinking about, how do I create content to promote?
Yeah.
And it's like step back and let's think about, how can I provide value to the marketplace?
So I said to Julia, there's kind of like two types of posts. Those drain cleaning videos, right? They're such a time waste, but they're bloody interesting. I don't know why, but they are. and he's let's fire up the bloody jet, and then he'll get a face full of crap, and he's going, oh man, I got it in my mouth, but that's where would you rather be, guys? This is paradise. And he's funny, you know, he's just like, so it's interesting, and he gets a ton of views and makes a ton of money. But then, right, and Judy must have a million stories, and she says she has over a 47-year career or something, right? So we've all got stories from jobs we've done in the past, and funny things that have happened or whatever, or things that have happened when we're online marketing. So they're interesting and entertaining. But then if you go and you've got a targeted audience, and they make this point in HBA, if you watch I can't think of her name now, which is going to annoy me. Amy Starr Allen. If you watch her in HBA, she makes the point, you know, me and Eric have made sales from YouTube for Power Lead System with a video that gets 104 views or 27 views, or, you know, because I look at these views sometimes and I go, not a lot of views, but then we'll get a sale for something or we'll get a lead for something. So the two ways you want to do it, and I don't do enough of interesting stuff, which is why I've done this video today, 5 guaranteed ways to make money with AI and how I'm doing it. And that's because vidIQ will do, if you've got it, it's $10 a month for the paid version, guys, just get it, right? It will do a channel audit, and it will tell you your top performing videos and what works best for your channel, and, you know, and so on and so forth. So I'm using AI to tell me what to do in my channel. And I've seen countless channels that literally have never built a business online. They just go to AI and say, tell me how I can do a side hustle with AI. And they read it out, and that's the video, and it gets thousands and thousands of views. So I'm attempting to see how far I can go with that, right? That's what I'm trying to do, to see if it brings me views. But they're all interested in making money online, and then they'll see one of these. Anyway, so we're running short of time, so I don't want to digress too much more. But so did you notice that drain cleaning guy, by the way? How many videos was he doing a week? Did you see?
One.
Exactly. He's doing one video a week and getting a total of 57 million views on one video a week.
That's one. I've heard one video, long video a week, but what about shorts?
Let's see how many
Like
shots
one
he's
every
doing.
day? At least that's what
I'd
I
say
asked PT.
1 or 2 a day, sometimes 3, but at least 2.
You
Okay.
don't- I don't think
Yeah.
it actually says, does it, on here when he loaded them latest. I could click through, but that's kind of not the point. But yeah, so he's doing the shorts as well to support the long form. So what we said to Julie, right, is look, try and do at least 2 videos a week, 'cause that's going to be better than one. But he's doing one, right? And then you use Opus, which is amazing, right? You use Opus to make the shorts, and when you go into Opus, have I got Opus open? For time, I won't open it, but with Opus, you can connect your social media accounts. Cheers, Tommy. You can connect
Cheers,
your social
Tommy.
media accounts, and then you can schedule the post to go out. So Julie, who works incredibly long hours, she only has to come up with 1 or 2 longer form videos a week, and then she can use Opus to schedule it all out for the shorts, right? So remember, use AI for ideas. If you got Offer Lab Hook Story Offer, it was part of the $47 upsell, right? But you can go and Google that, I'm sure, and you'll find it on YouTube, someone teaching it, Hook Story Offer, right? Now, what I really wanted to kind of get to, which we're only going to take a minute though to sort, is using AI, right? Here's my workflow, and we came up with some ideas, right? Because when you're making all these videos, what's the point? Unless, if you want to sell something, true story, right? Absolutely true. One of our customers in Jifu, right, is following the Facebook ads training from David Thomas. He's done 2,500, he's personally recruited 2,500 people, right? So you're not going to get much better, right? And she's saying, she messaged me a couple of times, no customers yet in Jifu. And I'm like, I feel for her, you know, but she's got the right training. So anyway, her ad comes up on my Facebook, and I click on it, and it says learn more. So I click on learn more, and it takes me, it opens up a chat window, and it says confirm your request for info. So I click on it, and it says confirm your request for info. So I click on it, and then it says call ended. So I have no way of getting to her website. So I can't buy anything if I was desperate to. So I messaged her and I said, oh, I found out why. You know, this isn't going anywhere. She goes, I know, I haven't set it up yet. And she's an intelligent, you know, it's just, so I'm not having a moan, I'm not having a go. It's just, it's easy to miss this stuff when actually it's pretty simple. If you want people to buy from you, you have to at least kind of put your page in front of them. You have to get eyeballs on it, and you have to, you know, give them a way to get to it. So me and Julie were talking about what is your offer, what is your lead magnet, and because she's so busy, what did I do? Right, I was said I'll have a think, Right, let me just see. So we went to AI. And I said, hi, I'm talking to a busy nurse who wants to build out side hustles, and we are looking for a great lead magnet. Here is the summary. Can you help ideas? I don't even spell or grammar right with AI. It doesn't matter. It works out what you're saying, right? The only brand we're going to use is the side hustle nurse, right? And that's what I just read out to you. So I give that to AI, telling it I want a side hustle. Got it. Thanks for the detailed summary. The lead magnet needs to feel irresistible, solves a real pain point for busy nurses, practical and doable, time is limited, so quick wins matter, personal, ties into Julie's nurse identity and story, a gateway, points towards HBA funnel builder and side hustles without pitching. And it came up with all of these, and these are great. And Julie's going to choose the one she likes, okay? But something around the side hustles for busy nurses. Now, she's not just going to appeal to nurses. So it becomes 10 side hustles for busy people that don't require quitting your shift job. And that's probably the one she's going to go with, right? Shift to side hustle, a nurse's guide to create an income between patients, right? That will work for anybody. But the point is, these are better than I would have come up with. So we're using AI. And I won't want to share, you know, other people's stuff. Like I say, we've had like 3 conversations, but we had somebody else who was stuck, right? You know, I am a man in my 50s who has multiple side hustles. I am struggling with focus and making sales in them all. Can you help me focus and give me a plan? Ask me anything you need. I will spell that better. You need to, so you can do your best work. If you don't use that in your AI, guys, write it down. You get much better responses. And then it will ask you questions to give a personalized to you response. Now, what I went over there with Julie had originally kind of come out of doing it with someone else using ChatGPT, right? And then you saw all the side hustle ideas came out of feeding that information in. And now this is telling me, you know, how many hours a week can you realistically work? What's your budget? You know, and then it will actually help you what to drop, what to pause, what to focus on. It's like, I don't want to drop any. Don't want to drop any. I want to offer them all. See what it says. Perfect. Thanks for clarifying. Changes the approach. Instead of cutting, we'll structure your hustles. And see, awesome. And then it's going to ask the questions and stuff. So what I kind of wanted to lead up to, right, and sort of demonstrate a little bit rather than just try kind of, you know, and go over it again. That is your coach. That is your mentor. Doesn't matter what level you're at. And Eric made a good point. It's not just about online marketing. Moving house. I'm fed up. We've moved like what 3 times in the last 7, 8 years, whatever, and 9 years we've moved 3 times, right? It's bloody annoying, right? Because you buy furniture for where you live, and then all of a sudden you got to move, and it's like, oh, it doesn't fit, right? So, so it could be for that, could be for anything in your life, but we're obviously talking about marketing. But there's no reason anymore, and this is why me and Eric take a bit more of a backseat, but we're happy to do, we're doing these because it contains it, But anybody who's stuck, you have the best brain in the world. And, we're out of time really, but what if you said to it, what if you really like Russell Brunson from seeing the Offer Lab launch? He's got so much energy, he's so creative, he knows it inside out. What if you said to ChatGPT, please act as if you were Russell Brunson and coach me on building a 7-figure business? And it will do it. And then you can go, yeah, but I'm stuck. Yeah, but I don't know how to do that. Where could I learn that? Can you teach me? Can you
And the
tell me
thing
which
is,
course to buy?
this
Go ahead,
mentor's
Eric.
with you 24/7. Okay. So yeah, people, well, I work 8 hours. Okay. I get it. Are you working the straight 8 hours? No, I take breaks, do whatever. I use my phone. If I'm out and about and I'll take a picture of something. Hey, tell me about this. If I've got an idea that pops in my head, I do all voice, all voice. I don't, type anything. Oh, hey, I have an idea for this. I'm going to be home in a few hours. Da 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 da. Can you put together da 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 da? And then I don't think about it again. Well, guess what? It's saved in my ChatGPT library. Okay, so I get home and I sit down and I go, oh yeah, I had that thought a little bit earlier, and then I can start to massage and work with that data. You know what I mean? So it's with you all day long. Well, I don't have a lot of time. I'm at work, but I need to get out. I need to get out of, I only have 20 minutes tonight to get out an email, a video, a blog post. Well, guess what? While I'm at work, I could literally have ChatGPT create all those things really quickly. So when I got home, they're all ready to go. If I, or you could do it right from your phone if you have time and do that. But I'm just saying, you have marketing with you 24 hours a day, 7. You have the mentor with you constantly, is with you. It's just, you have to get used to. It took me a little while. I'm sure, I know, Ann, you're doing a lot with AI. So, but it took, once I realized, like, I would do my old habits, right? I'd go to Google, or I would try to reach out to somebody that hey, can you help me with? I don't do any of that anymore. Like, I go straight to AI immediately. I don't think about anything else. I just immediately go, oh, let me ask a question. Let me educate myself. Oh, okay. I didn't think about that. Okay, well, let me think about that. And again, it's all recorded for me so that I can come back to later. I can come back and look at those queries right in ChatGPT from earlier. So it's once you can get used to that, then you should never ever ever have a problem figuring out and coming up with content and educating yourself. And it's like, well, let me text Paul about XYZ, but Paul's busy and he's not going to get to me for 2 hours. Well, why not just go, okay, Paul will maybe get back when he can, but let me ask the same question to ChatGPT. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting. Oh, okay, well, and then it walks you through and it gives you the solution to your problem. So I'm telling you guys, because the quicker you can get dialed into the AI and just make it a part of your daily routine and treat it as everything. We said mentor, coach, dietitian. It doesn't matter, whatever you can think of. I don't know about a therapist. It may shut off and click me out of there, but anything that you can think of, right? Anything that you can think of, it's there. It's at your disposal. So, yeah. Anyway, back over to you, Paul.
Well, we're going to close out with this, right? And then we'll take questions though if you've got questions. But I'm going to close out with this. So I did this, and it's scary, but I encourage you all to do it. Let's see what it does. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to be raw in front of you and do it. So ChatGPT has a memory. Thinking for a better answer. That's scary. So it knows what I'm doing. It knows, it knows about my son. It knows about my wife. It knows about all this, right? So, okay. So I want to level up my online marketing business, let's say that, and become a 7-figure earner. That's my level, me and Eric. Okay, so tell me my strengths and weaknesses and give me me a plan based on that to get there. It tells me my strengths. I'm experienced. I'm good at NLP, content creation machine, right? So I do a lot of, build a lot of content, systems and duplication focus, strong positioning, resilience. Weaknesses, too many irons in the fire, you juggle, PLS, blah, 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 right? Okay, energy burnout risk. You've mentioned being tired of team building and recruiting. Audience building, you rely a lot on paid traffic. I'll actually know that's not quite right because we've done solo ads for PLS. Only thing we've ever done that's converted with solo ads, right? But the retention just still isn't there like we'd like it to be. Consistency in one niche. You're skilled in many areas, but switching slow. So it's telling me delegation. You create tons of assets yourself. A 7-figure business means offloading content, production, editing, posting, customer service, and even parts of the sales team. I would say we are getting better at that between me and Eric and Nicole. Eric's partner is very organized. But so this is about me. It doesn't really matter because it should be about you. But it will tell you everything you need to know. And those weaknesses are damn scary when you do it, but you don't need to share it with anybody like I am. I just don't care. So guys, that's, you can say to it, I need a plan, but I'm stuck. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? But it does a better job if you use it so it gets to know you.
Yeah, that's the key thing is it needs to know who you are and about you and your history and your businesses and so on, all the details before it can actually give you any kind of a wise answer back.
And now I can take my whole YouTube channel and use what Eric taught us and put that into it as well. Here's on my videos. Yeah, so you can't really do that, like Anne says, until it gets to know you a little bit. But I did it before and it made me kind of refocus a little bit. And it's not always 100% as well. All right. But some of the things it said a business there I'm not even in, but I spoke to Dave Prosser about it. So it thinks I am.
So when it does things like that,
yeah.
and it doesn't give you back the actual correctness about you, then never be afraid to correct it. Never be afraid to say, no, stop that part, and then give it what it said. That part is not correct, and then tell it what it is correct. And also mention to it to retain that in memory going forward, so that it will still have it there.
And that's the point is, like Anne said, tell it, use it like a mentor, like a coach. Don't just say, I need 20 ideas for for social media posts or affiliate marketers or network marketers. Use it like a coach. Help me do this, help me do that. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Where am I going wrong? Where am I going right? What are my big failings? And stuff like that. How can I improve on those? What should I do? Where can I outsource my weaknesses to? Whatever. And I'm using it more and more like that. It's really good.
You can also go ahead and tell it to not blow smoke up your skirt, so to speak, and tell it not to be avoid over flattering. And be stick to the truth and be very blunt and honest and straightforward, and then it won't give you well, you do a great job with this and this and this and this, and that that's not maybe exactly correct.
It's funny you say that because the first time I did it I said I'm a big boy and I won't cry, you can be as harsh as you like, and it went, oh, thanks for that. Then
go ahead, Laura.
That's funny. That is so funny. No, I was just thinking something's happened to my Facebook. I'm like, it's really costing me sales because I can make 20,000 on Facebook alone. But I was wondering if I just copy a whole bunch and say, can you tell me what's happening to my algorithm on Facebook? And I noticed when you guys were talking, I was looking back and going, when I use this system that I'm using, when I use their pictures, I hardly get anything. But when I add their words, but put my own pictures of me, it's like double and triple. So, but I was wondering if I could I don't know why my Zoom does that, but I was wondering if I could copy a whole bunch and say, what's happened to my algorithm on Facebook? So
try it. I mean, I don't know. I would imagine it would know something. But and if ChatGPT doesn't work, by the way, I really like Perplexity. Perplexity is designed more as a research one, and I think it's more up to date on most things. And Anne spends all day on AI. So, but I dig Perplexity for a lot of things, like comp plans. Look at this comp plan. Tell me what I need to. It's really good and stuff. So, Perplexity AI is amazing.
I have it. Thanks.
yeah, dump as much as possible. I mean, and just go back and forth with it, and that's the key is just, and use the different, try DeepSeek, Perplexity, I mean, the only one I don't use is Grok. I don't know why. It's probably really good, but I mean, every other one I use, uh, and I just, okay, well, what kind of output is this going to give me? Let me try this on DeepSeek and see what I get. And some things I like better on other AI engines than that. But then, and we'll get into ChatGPT, but I mean, there's other obviously huge things with creating your own GPTs. Now we have the agent mode, which is, I'm starting to use that more and more, where you can have it actually working in the background for you, more like an assistant, like, hey, go out, I have it. We're going to be doing some traveling, in a few months, and I've got it just, hey, once a week, go check airline tickets. This is what we're looking for. See if you can get a discount. And all that sort of, I've just set that up. It's all working in the background for me. So there's so much you can do with it. It's unbelievable. But
It's
you
not.
know,
And what is that called? That's agent mode?
Yeah,
agent mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just
Search
just
for it
go
in
on YouTube.
YouTube.
If you want to go on YouTube, just say agent mode and watch some of the training videos. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
It's not there yet,
Yes.
right? As far as I could make it work, unless Anne could, but I got very close to AI writing a blog post automatically every day. And I'll do it weekly. I won't do it every day, but I wanted to test. But it came very close to, it could do the blog post, no problem, right? And upload it to blogger.com via their email thing. So it could send an email to blogger.com with the blog post in. It could then make a video from the blog post, and it couldn't upload the video to YouTube, even though it said it could, it couldn't. But then also send it to Shorts, Opus, I mean, to make the shorts, and then Opus can upload it. So it kind of it fell apart, and some things that it said it could do, it actually didn't when you made the connection. And you can do some of it in make.com and stuff like that, but we wanted it to be easy, because what me and Eric want to do is obviously, like, anything that's got like a 2-tier, 3-tier, or a network marketing business. We want it like Jifu, for example, right? I would love to spend an hour setting you up with an automated something that's at least going to put something out every week for you, and then every day with shorts and a blog post and stuff. And I'm going to try again probably next month, because I think I can do more next month than I could last month or 6 weeks ago, whatever it was. But we'll get there, where it'll just be promote Jifu for me. Okay. Promote Powerly System for me. Okay. And y'all just sit back and look at it, and Eric will be off traveling and going to Panama and where is it, Cambodia and stuff. I'll be on the beach. We're getting there. It's happening. I think there'll always be space for like experience and the personal touch, but to get some stuff done, better than nothing, right? Right, we're well over time. So has anybody got any other questions? And now that you moved in, and if you can make those agents work, do let me know.
I'll start working on it again.
Yeah,
I'm easing back into things. So
sound like the same as me then. You started on it, it didn't quite work, so it's like just go and do what we know does work. But yeah, so frustrating. But it was interesting what you can and can't do. But yeah, soon that will be it, guys. You'll just like promote Jiffy for me. And me and Eric will be the guys sharing it with everybody.
We should call some people out next week and make them share the screen and show us their conversations with ChatGPT to see if they're
No,
using
don't
it.
say that, because then they don't come on. Anyway,
Then what?
So we've answered some questions. The 2 takeaways: that notebook LM add-on Chrome extension, absorb loads of data, feed it into AI, let it help you. Okay, and then use AI as a coach, because a lot of people are stuck. You have no reason to be stuck. Zero reason to be stuck. If you feel scattered, that stops you doing stuff. Go to AI, help, I'm scattered. What do I do? I need to just use it like a mentor, like a coach, right? Unless there's any questions, I'm out of here because I've got to go and cook some dinner.
Bye, guys.
See you next week. And do share with us next week.